Hello, my name is YLAM, and today we're going to be looking at the Dynamite toolkit. So this specific one is actually built by Horizon Hobbies, and there's actually generic ones out there that are pretty much the same thing to this one, but for the purposes of this vlog, this is the one that we're looking at. And the reason why we're talking about this today is because inevitably when you're out there flying, you're going to break something, or somebody else is going to break something. And it almost always happens in which people are going to be asking for tools because they don't have a specific toolkit out there that's portable and has all of the tools they need. And what I have found over time is that this toolkit is affordable and it has all of the basic tools needed to get basic repairs done out in the field if you're flying. If it isn't in here, it's easy to pack additional tools in here and just to have a nice toolkit that is affordable, it's compact, and it's easy to carry around. So we'll go ahead and take a look at this specific toolkit. If you actually look at this toolkit, it says it's actually built for an RC cars, but it's actually useful for multi-rotors as well. So when you open it up, what you'll see is all the tools in metric, and for the most part, almost everything that we use in quads is also metric. You have your handy dandy, this is the handle in which when you pull out, you can actually insert these tools. So on this side, what you see is you'll see your hex wrenches. There are tools on both sides. Some of them don't have tools, but all you have to do is just pull it out. You push up, and then you can insert the tool in. There is a way to lock certain directions, but I generally keep it in the middle so that it's locked in both directions. It just makes life easy. One of the only things that I don't like about this toolkit is that it doesn't lock when it comes to pulling it out. You can't push it in more unless you move this specific piece up to put the tool all the way in, but you can at any point pull it out. And every once in a while it just annoys me because it's easy to pull one of these out by accident. So you have all of the pretty much all of the lengths of hex wrenches that you'll need. On this side, these three are your flatheads and your Phillips. Very useful for both of these sides. And what I've found with these particular tools is that the steel is good quality, because it's very easy, especially when you're buying cheap tools, to strip out the Phillips heads. But what I've found over time, this is actually a new toolkit, so you'll see that all of these are new, but I have one that I've been using for quite a while, and all of the tools are still in really good shape. So that's a big bonus. And then at the end are basically tools for your hex nuts, and this is good for taking off your motor nuts. And what I like about these is that the largest one, which is usually the one that you're going to use to take off the motor nut on your motors, is that they can easily accommodate a very long threading, so you can actually just go down onto a motor nut and then screw it off basically. So very good length, very good depth, so you don't have any issues with having to use a wrench before being able to use a driver. So overall, it's a very useful tool set, and it's a tool set that I just find that if I carry this around, I don't really have to carry any other tools. And anybody who's used my toolkit eventually says that they want to buy a toolkit that's very similar, and I highly recommend this. It's just something that's really nice to have, and if you're going to fly with other people, it's always nice to be the one that has the tools that you can loan out to other people, rather than being the one that's always constantly looking for tools. So very quickly before we end the video, I'm just going to show you the set that I actually carry around, and also some of the extra things that I put in there, because there is plenty of room to carry additional tools. So this is my personal one. So in addition to the tools that come already default into this, I also like to carry a knife, because it's just very useful to be able to cut some things sometimes. Electrical tape, that's almost always useful. You know, things break in this sport, so having additional electrical tape works wonders. And then I have a small pair of pliers. Occasionally you'll break a propeller break all of the propellers and you're just left with a nub. It's really nice to be able to really have securely grab that nub to be able to get that prop nut off. So having a small set of pliers is nice. This particular set comes from Walmart. It's a cheap set. They're very cheap pliers, really not useful for anything except for what I just specifically said, which is removing prop nuts. Occasionally they're useful for pinching wires, but that's about it. But those are the specific things that I'd like to carry with me when I have this toolkit with me, which is basically any time I was flying. Like I said, plenty of room in here to have all these things. They closes up nicely, and then you can have some additional tools. Some of the people that I fly with, if you own an alien frame, they like carrying the additional files that come with it, because there is space in there to accommodate that. So you can actually put them into these two slots over here. Personal preference, if you want to do it, you can do it. I personally have found every once in a while a use for this one, just to be able to poke at something, or to be able to thread this through something to pry off something. So this tool has come in handy for me. Haven't really found much of a use for this tool, as it's just really used for file. So that's it for this look at the DynamiteRC toolkit. Like I said before, there are unbranded ones that might save you a few bucks, but for me, I just drop into a hobby shop and I pick up one of these anytime I need to have a toolkit in a specific location that requires me to have these specific tools. We have like 3 or 4 of these floating around in different locations, and they always come in handy. If you have any questions, please leave in the comments below. Until next time, thank you for watching.